In this video, we're going to be answering two questions. The first one being, why is identity important? And the second one being, how can we use identity to actually improve ourselves? So to answer the first question, why is identity, or more specifically, the way you see yourself, so important? It's important because the way you see yourself dictates how you act. So imagine, let's say that you are addicted to YouTube, right? And you watch it whenever you're bored, whenever you're unoccupied, you're on YouTube immediately. If you see yourself as that type of person, then you're more likely to do that action than someone who doesn't believe that about themselves. We act in alignment to how we see ourselves, and I think that can kind of help you understand the answer to number two. How can we improve ourselves using this knowledge? So to answer question two, we can kind of change how we see ourselves in order to align with the actions that we want. So let's say right now you see yourself as a messy person. You don't clean up after yourself, your stuff's all over the place, right? The way you can change that is by starting to think, act, and say that you are the type of person that you want to be. So let's say you're a messy person right now. Start doing the actions and start saying that you are a organized person. Because like I said earlier, identity dictates what you do. So if you start saying that you're that type of person, if you start trying to act like that type of person, if you start trying to think like that type of person, then over time your identity is going to start changing. You're going to start becoming more of an organized person in your identity-wise, how you see yourself. And because you start seeing yourself as an organized person, then your actions will follow. That's how we can use identity to improve ourselves. By changing our identity, our actions will follow, and thus the actions that we want that are positive, good actions will start flowing because that's who we believe ourselves to be. We don't see ourselves as the bad thing anymore. We don't see ourselves as for this scenario, messy person. We start seeing ourselves as the good option, which is the organized person. If we start seeing ourselves like that, then we're going to start improving ourselves because we're going to start acting like that better self. If you've ever read self-help books and this sounds familiar to you, it's because you've probably read it in Atomic Habits, very popular book about how to build good habits and break bad ones. In this book, it kind of talks about how your goal should not be the outcome, but your identity. If you change your identity, then like in the book says as well, your actions will follow. The outcome will come. If your goal is to lose 50 pounds, you should change it to being a fit person or a consistent gym goer with something like that, right? Because if you are that, if you start believing yourself to be that, then you're going to start losing weight. You're going to start being more committed to the gym. So if you do want to know more about identity and how you can use it to set goals and stuff like that, I suggest reading Atomic Habits. It's also just a good book for other things. But yeah, that's all I got. That's how we can use identity. Identity is important because it dictates how we act. So if we have a negative self-identity, something that's bad, something we're like, dang, I'm not good, or I can't do that, then identity will hold us back. But if we use identity to actually push us forward in a good direction, start believing ourselves to be good, start believing that we are capable, start believing that we are organized, stuff like that, then the identity will carry us to a better result. That's why identity is so important. But that's all I got. If you'd like to learn how to be saved, I have a video over here. And if you'd like to learn how to start self-improvement, I have a video right here. Thanks for watching, and praise God.